Cheers everybody. I'm only pretending I've already gubbed it. So here's the thing, dietary dogma. That's what's on my mind this morning. Glucose levels this morning, 5.2. That's incredible. It's like non-diabetic. Medication, metformin, glycoside. I'm on 3 of the former, 1 of the latter every day. And this is the lowest my blood glucose levels have been in like years. Apart from when I'm having hypos. So it's got me thinking about the fact that it's working. And then as I was doing my writing this morning with my glorious Parker pen, here's my writing, I started thinking about what this was like the first time around when I went into the paleo diet with my eyes wide open. And at that time I was listening to podcasts, I was reading books. There's one by a guy called Rob Wolf. There was another one called Deadly Harvest. That might have been the same book, I can't even remember now, it's so long ago, but everything I was reading and listening to was paleo based, and it was giving science-backed facts about how eating lots of meat-based protein and low carbs would be good for all sorts of things, including diabetes and low blood sugar, or blood sugar maintenance. And I went into it and I followed it and it worked. And I stayed on it for close to 2 years and then slowly started to slip off it. But during those 2 years my weight went down. I had to buy new clothes. I got a new suit even. And everything else just seemed to be working. I was exercising more too, and I was enjoying my food because I like bacon, I like sausages, I like steak, I love chicken korma, I love curries, and that's just how I was brought up. But over time it got harder and harder to stick to, and I was self-soothing with sugar, but I was also craving bread and pasta and pizzas, and sometimes I would find that my blood glucose after eating would not spike so high, and I was like, what's going on here? And it was very complicated, it was very confusing, there's just so much information out there. So you'll know from having watched recent videos that I've switched to plant-based diet, whole foods plant-based, after hearing a podcast from the Rich Roll podcast, an episode where he did a clip show and put in lots of little clips from episodes through the years where he'd spoken to different science-backed professionals who were discussing the benefits of a whole foods plant-based diet. And now it's working, and now I'm starting to think, well, I'm back to where I was when I was believing all of the dogma that I was consuming about the paleo and ketogenic diets. And so I'm trying to remain open-minded, but what's happening now is because I'm going through all the back episodes of the Rich Roll podcast, I'm hearing the same thing over and over and over, and not only am I hearing the science-backed facts, again, this time about whole foods plant-based eating, I'm also hearing them refute some of the other science-based facts about high-protein, meat-based eating. So it's like, the religious wars, Mac versus PC, all of that division thing. And Rich, to be fair, does actually talk about the fact that these dogmatic stances are helpful to no one, which I really appreciate, because he's coming at it from as much of an open mind as he can, but he's made his own choices based on the information that he has about how to live his life, and it's working for him. Now the thing is, he's also a recovering alcoholic through 12 steps, as am I, and he's about the same age. I think he's a little bit older, in fact. And he's been doing this diet for much, much longer than I did my original paleo-based diet. And also there are environmental / spiritual things, reasons for sticking to the whole foods plant-based diet, things which I'd never really considered before as something that would be meaningful to me. But as I get further along my path into recovery of spirituality, meditation and kindness and seeking human connection and becoming a better version of myself, all of these things go together, so for that reason I think it's a good thing for me to follow the whole foods plant-based diet and continue with it. But that's not the only reason. Blood glucose readings like these, my blood pressure has gone down, I'm starting to lose weight, it's all just making sense. And that's me now 9 days, what day is it today? Wednesday. 9 days into no dairy and no meat, which is just incredible. And I'm starting to find a rhythm. I'm starting to find a routine. And I know I've got a long, long way to go. I've lots of things to try. I've got menus to look at. But I think I've got this. So if you're out there and you're wondering what it looks like for a 50-year-old man to change a meat-based diet into a whole foods plant-based diet and go all in, it looks like this. And if you're wondering whether you can do it too, well, I never thought I could. Willow couldn't. She loves her tuna, don't you? But it's working, and so I'm putting this out there just as a document for myself, because I can't remember all the facts about what happened when I went paleo the first time around, and I would like to be able to look back on that so that I can remember it properly, but I wasn't documenting it. So I'm doing that now, and it might be helpful for you as well. So here we go, time to face my day. Have a good one. Bye.